Welcome to Gamecube Index. Let's find out who you're gonna call. Of the 3 games available at launch for the GameCube in the fall of 2001, Luigi's Mansion took the traditional idea of a Mario title and turned it on its head. While this was not the first game that featured Luigi in the spotlight, it was the first that was any good. Sorry Mario is missing. Our terrified and delicate hero learns that he has won a mansion in a contest that he didn't enter and agrees to meet his brother Mario at midnight to take stock of his new property. He quickly realizes that ghosts are terrifying, Mario is nowhere to be found, and a kooky old man reminiscent of Doc Brown pawns a vacuum off on him. The game introduced some new characters to the Mario universe, such as Professor Egad, a zany inventor whose prized collection of ghost paintings have escaped back into the mansion, and King Boo, a giant boo ghost that has trapped Mario in a similar type of painting. Both of these characters would go on to appear in subsequent Mario games. First debuted at Space World 2000 as a technical demo to showcase the GameCube's graphical capabilities, Luigi's Mansion was finally announced to the world at E3 2001. Originally, the idea came from a desire to set a game inside of a large mansion or complex. The inclusion of Mario characters actually came a bit later. According to a 2005 interview at Insider.com with the game's director Hideki Kono and designer Katsuhiko Kano, ideas for the design of the mansion included both a traditional Japanese-style home and a ninja house, before deciding on the Western-style mansion that was included in the final product. The game was also not always an action-adventure type. To quote Kono, the early designs also had a sort of RPG system which upgraded the stage after certain actions. We sort of decided to work more with the cleaning machine. I wanted this to be a game you could play repeatedly. Luigi's Mansion's finalized gameplay was based around the aforementioned vacuum, dubbed the Poltergust 3000, and a household flashlight. While exploring the mansion in the search for Mario, the player would stun ghosts with the flashlight and then suck them up with the Poltergust. Yes, this does feel familiar, and this is when you should think back to the beginning of this video and make a sensible chuckle at my opening joke. In addition to the Ghostbusters vibe, at times the interactions between Professor Egad and Luigi feel a bit like Doc Brown and Marty McFly, albeit if Marty McFly were a silent protagonist that only yelled his brother's name the entire time. This is what adds to the charm of the game. The A button is a dedicated Mario shout button, which when pressed will cause Luigi to call his brother's name throughout the halls of the mansion.
Mario?
The main objective is of course to discover what has happened to Mario, but you are also tasked with collecting the character ghosts for Professor Egad and turning them back into paintings, as well as collecting as much money as you can along the way. After all, what good is a haunted mansion if there's no treasure to be found? At this point, I would be remiss if I did not mention that the physics of the dollar bills in this game are among the worst I've ever encountered, and nothing is more aggravating than trying to suck up money through a vacuum. A charming hit, Luigi's Mansion continued the Nintendo tradition of quality, with excellent graphics that showed off the technical prowess of the GameCube, level design that was fresh and new, and sweet, sweet sound design. Luigi's Mansion was released to rave reviews, with many critics delighting in the game's unique gameplay and sound design. The game actually won a British Academy of Film and Television Arts Award in 2002 for sound design. However, with all of the praise that the game received for its audio and graphical quality, a major complaint was that the game was incredibly short and could be completed within 6 hours. The current world record for fastest completion time? 58 minutes and 9 seconds. Since its release a decade and a half ago, references to Luigi's Mansion have appeared nearly everywhere Luigi has, including the Smash Bros. And Mario Kart series, and after nearly 12 years, Luigi's Mansion received a sequel for the 3DS, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. One thing is for sure, the original title has been remembered as a hallmark of the GameCube's library and one of the greatest games of all time. That's it for this episode of GameCube Index. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe for more videos from the GameCube library, and feel free to send me your feedback or follow me on Twitter at JeffGirardin. Tune into Twitch as well, where I stream the capture process while making the next videos. Be sure to tune in next time. We're gonna stuff baby animals in tiny balls and roll them off a cliff. That's right, we're playing Super Monkey Ball.